everyone, welcome back to Morphin Mania. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm DJ.
This is either day 32 or 33. We're not sure. It is time for more season 2. But are you sure? Are you really sure? Because it's going to be really
100%.
fun to go back and look at this and see if the day actually matches up what we just said. But anyway, it is, we're going to do episode 6 and 7 today for season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We're starting with Bloom of Doom, and that will be followed by The Green Dream. DJ, are you ready to just jump straight into it, sir?
Let's do it.
If you are watching live, don't forget to click the link in the description for the rabbit room. That's important. You're going to want some context for the randomness that is about to ensue. And if you're watching this on actual day 33, that's what we're going with right now. You'll want to look at this on Netflix or your DVDs, however you want to watch it. Make sure you're watching episode 6 of season 2 and get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
So, Green Dream. Which Ranger do you think this episode is going to center around?
Well, I don't know, but this one's not Green Dream. That's the one after this. Right now, we're doing Bloom of Doom.
Bloom of Doom.
Yeah,
well,
could have just called awesome. It Doom Bloom, but we did not.
That could be anybody.
It's funny they have an episode called that because, and I don't even remember this right off, but it's funny they have an episode called that because I've mentioned this before. But you know, first season Power Rangers, my favorite episode is Doomsday, and there's a Tick episode. The animated series called Bloomsday, and now we have Doom of Bloom. So Power Rangers kind of did both. They're like, oh, well, Bloomsday would have been a great punny title, but Tick stole it, and we already did an episode called Doomsday.
I would love if they were looking. I doubt they gave any thought to the episode titles, but I love the idea of them like looking at every other kids show, making sure they don't mimic the titles.
See, based on what we see putties do in this show, I want to just walk up to one and see what it does. You know, just like walk right up to one. It's like, you know, I'm supposed to be intimidated by you, but I'm not. I'm just going to stand here. I think the worst that could possibly happen to me is chains I could easily get out of.
Yeah, I'm convinced they would never actually fight until the Power Rangers like come at them, because usually they're just wiggling around and goofing off.
This is another Cheryl Saban episode, so she did quite a few more of these than we thought initially. And this makes me wonder how many. Once again, how many do they shoot at once?
That piano music.
I've only been paying attention to this with Jon Stewart, but like, do we usually see like the same director 3 times in a row because they're shooting them three in a row? Do they make?
Yes,
like we make Morphin Mania.
Yeah, we didn't know how close to reality we actually were doing this.
Yeah.
They were bat shooting as well.
Yeah, but at least all of our footage is our footage. I mean, I guess we are using someone else's footage, you know, for like half of what we're what we're expecting, you know, the entertainment value to be. Like, you have to be looking at someone else's. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting parallels between Morphin Mania and Power Rangers and how both shows are made.
Yeah, I mean, we know. We totally planned it that way. This is all planned.
Yeah. Even all the stuff that we pretend like we're just making up as we go along. We meticulously planned the awkwardness. You know, it's awkward comedy.
No, this is like
awkward comedy.
From Smallville. We knew all along.
So did they zoom in this time on the juice bar sign? Because it was just one too many times of seeing the same truck parked there.
Oh, here we go. They're back to the mysteries.
Or kind of doing that. So are we supposed to think later on that they're trying to solve a mystery they never solve is what leads them to want to be detectives? Because they only had one case and they never solved it. And then based on that lack of experience, they become private investigators with cops in between.
Yeah, you would think that would discourage them.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't pursue this.
You would. You should be careful with that cactus. She thinks that I was like, this isn't a prop. That's actually
this flower power.
We delivered that line. You can't do much for the club of one.
See, they never have that problem. They're always 2.
That's right.
2 peas in a pod.
See,
what does that expression mean? Because there's 3 peas in a pod usually.
Well, that's a good question.
Carry
Yeah,
on.
how did we arrive at that? No, we got plenty of time to fill, man.
I do that all the time. Like every time I hear an idiom, I always want to know the origin of it. So much so that my wife bought me a book of idioms last year for Christmas as one of my like joke stocking stuffer gifts. I'll look it up.
I never remember them when I'll look them up and then they just never stick with me.
Yeah. Well, this actually has like the origins and stuff, specifically what I always am asking her about.
Thanks, Ernie. You're such a nice guy.
The shady guy. The most happening club. So they all have a club. Is that I missed what's going on? All the Rangers have their own clubs?
Yeah, it was like a club forming, like, I don't know, like meeting, you know?
Okay.
And so like
they dancing and
of course they all have to participate in everything there is to participate in. So it's like a job fair for clubs.
Why did she start a gardening club instead of a gymnastics club?
Because this episode, her big thing. Oh, we're doing that effect again. I don't like. This
animated
always weirds me out for some reason. Yeah,
that looks better than the fleas, though. I will give them that.
Yeah, some of that was the colors, and yeah,
and the way they moved in circles was weird.
Just creeped me out. Yeah, no, Thomas, we're pretty sure Bulk and Skull have to still see the Rangers as buddies. I don't see any way around it. It's difficult to have a putty club of 1.
I don't know if I want to count this as an evil Ranger. She's just kind of being mean.
Yeah, we'll have to see where it goes before we decide to count it.
Yeah. What is the shirt Skull is wearing? Like a bathrobe.
Or where is the rest of it, I think, is the real question. But yeah, this does seem to be one of those, like, oh, one of our main characters has an interest we never knew they had that's never come up before. And it gets funnier the farther away we get from the beginning, right? We're into 2nd season now, and oh, she likes gardening. That's never come up.
At least she's not really bad at it, though.
Now, to be fair, yeah, but if she was, she would have like she would have this huge garden at the end that would, with all these plants that sprout up, and she'd have like eucalyptus trees, and yeah.
So that's what the green dream was.
Dude, we're not there yet. That's the next episode. We haven't done it yet. He's really stuck on an episode title for an episode we haven't even done yet. That's the next one.
Hyping, man. I'm the hype man.
Slow down. Slow down.
And she's into volleyball apparently. Maybe this
now,
is just
to be fair, they are supposed to be high school kids, and when you're that age, you try a lot of different things. And like Kimberly might be just suddenly getting into gardening. Like this week, gardening's her thing. And she wanted to start a club for it because she thought she was really into gardening. And then maybe later on she'll be like, okay, fine. I was really excited about this for a minute, but it's not actually my thing. But we all have that. I think even when you get older, you have that to some degree. Like I got like so crazy into Jurassic Park over the summer. I decided like I was a big Jurassic Park fan, and I started asking for Jurassic Park things for my birthday. It is now nearing Christmas. I'm not sure if I'm a big enough Jurassic Park fan to like collect Jurassic Park. I still can't decide. I don't know. But you'll just get like really super psyched out about things and get really into a thing for a minute.
Yeah. Well, I'm into Power Rangers right now. I wonder why that is.
That is stuck for me though, for all these years, for whatever reason.
Yeah, dude.
We'll see. We'll see, of course, if we still feel that way when we're finished. But
I have so little time right now that I'm not. This is the only television I'm watching.
No. I'm so sorry, DJ.
No, it's okay.
I have no time, and I'm spending 5 hours a week watching Power Rangers live on YouTube.
I haven't even seen Daredevil season 3 yet.
Oh no. DJ is gonna get a really nice Christmas present from me. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but
I mean, it's just by the time I get home from work, I just want to, play with my son, and I don't have time to watch TV.
Get DJ a Christmas present.
I've actually been.
I don't know why he like wiggles like this.
Well, he's part putty.
Oh, that explains everything. Does he come from the putty homeworld?
Yeah, it's way back on his aunt's side, his great aunt.
Is he like a putty child that never grew up? Is that?
He was just raised by putties. They raised him to wiggle, but he was born somewhere else. I can't wait till we get to tangas. I love tangas.
I always thought tangas were such a dumb idea.
Really? I think I just love those ninja fights in the ninja suits. And they fight tangas because that's what they have.
I don't like it because it's like a bunch of little monsters, Like, putties are almost always just like regular humanoids of some kind. Yeah. And then we have just these bird creatures, feathers flying, they have annoying voices, and I don't like them.
Well, Tyrannodrones are kind of monster-like.
Yeah, but that makes more sense. It at least goes with the motif of the show, and all that stuff's supposed to be genetically engineered. So, Tommy apparently built those for some reason. I don't know why he was like, I'm not a bad guy, but I'm going to make putties.
Yeah, I don't know what birds have to do with ninjas, but...
That's hilarious. I want Kimberly to do that kind of thing when she's not, under some kind of influence, where she's just like, okay, so like, you always say the same things. Well, Cinematographic, they're tangas in the show. They're Tengu warriors in the movie, but they're called tangas in the show.
That was the best Morphin. It's Morphin time.
I missed it.
She said, like, it's Morphin time.
Oh, I read that's this episode? That was always my favorite. That's hilarious. It's Morphin time.
This is very
get, like, kind of a little eye roll with it.
This is very Pineapple Monster.
Is this Pineapple Clown Part 2? But actually has a head this time?
Yeah, it's new and improved. Zed had to add a head.
And this is Combat.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Some good guitar solos in this one. I
mean...
Man, he hit the tree.
Whoa, what a stun! The songs that he put on the remastered disc are great. There are some not so good songs that didn't make it on that, but there's no bad songs on that. Doughboy, good one. Okay, it still doesn't have a face.
Nah.
It has eyes, but I wouldn't really call that a face.
Maybe you just can't give a flower plant thing a face. It would just be too weird.
Oh no, that looks painful. Is that information helpful to any other Rangers as their faces are burning? It's incendiary. We don't care. We don't know what that word means, but our face is on fire. The Billy's like, that's what I said. It's incendiary. We don't care. Our face is on fire. I know.
She's a magician.
Vag, I think you're right. Vacuuminator says he thinks this is the first appearance of Dub Jason. Let's listen to him, but yeah, I think he's right.
No, this early? Oh, that's sad.
Now we saw the others in the opening, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
But the way these are made and shot, it's possible that they shot some of the live action footage, but they still hadn't gotten voiceovers for certain things.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
That's possible.
Because they would do all that later in the ADR booths.
Yeah, Rockman. The songs. And I don't know if all of the fight songs in the first 3 seasons are Wasserman. I think there's maybe a couple that aren't. I'm not sure, but most of that's made. It's all made for the show, but most of it is Wasserman who made the who did the original theme, Ron Wasserman, who I talked to at Paramorphicon, and he's really interesting. He's a really, really nice guy.
It is. It's so crazy.
Yeah, no, I think Vac is right. I think his Morph voice is wrong.
I'm gonna listen.
Anyway, what were you saying?
It's so crazy that not only was all the music in the show not terrible like it should have been, but it's great. Like, who you would never expect that this kids show would have such great music, especially compared to all the other shows.
I think that is at least 30% of the success of it.
Yeah,
because it gives it a credibility that it visually doesn't have.
Yeah, this season has a huge jump in quality because of those songs.
Absolutely, but just the theme itself.
Yeah.
Trini's crying. Now, it might just be the incendiary pollen, okay? Lucas Green asks what our favorite Power Rangers themes are. I know Eric is done with the song, but it's
yeah, we can make a list as we go after we go through them all.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you what mine are right now. I think my top one is still Zeo.
Yeah, Zeo's great. I really like Lost Galaxy.
Yeah,
and Space,
and I love Time Force.
Yeah, Lost Galaxy and Space are way up there, but I really do like Zeo.
Time for Power Rangers, Time Force. Say incendiary again and watch everyone's faces just go blank. Yeah, I like Space too. Lucas Green. Beard OKC says Lightspeed.
Lightspeed Rescue is really good. I don't have there's very few that I really dislike. Like it's just RPM and Operation Overdrive.
That agrees with me on Zeo. I have had that song stuck in my head.
Well, she's giant.
Oh man, that's Giant Trini. Oh wait, she's not actually giant though, right?
No, you can't do shots like that though in the show.
No, don't do that. Because I think she's giant, right? And they shot it exactly like that. Yeah. It wasn't just an underneath shot. It was like
on her, at her feet.
Yeah, like somebody was laying on the ground, and by her feet he means his feet. But yeah.
Still shooting that, even though they know they're shooting for our show now.
Yeah, that I don't understand. Why didn't they put a girl in the suit? Maybe they didn't have time to make a girl suit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then they're making new suits. That's dumb.
Season 3 will get it.
Maybe they thought, well, it would be... This is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's no way to talk about this without it sounding kind of off and weird. But anyway, maybe they thought there's no reason to put a girl in the suit and make a big deal out of, or try to make a big deal out of, look, it's like a feminine shape body, because we're not going to put a skirt on it.
Yeah.
They're not going to suddenly put a skirt on it.
They do, though, in season 3, right?
Yeah, but at that point, that's just us shooting our own footage. Yeah.
So we have our own suit by then.
But no, you're right. We could have mandated it. We said, no, you guys put a skirt on it. Oh, Zed doesn't do that.
Man,
Burn!
Wait, so she had a bunch of people? She just messed up?
Yeah. Vex is the yellow. Oh. Of course, because there's no way one of our characters can actually fail at something. And if they do, at the end, they will be amazing at it. Vex says that the Yellow Ranger never had a female suit actor or a skirt until Gokaiger and Super Mega Force. So did we not? I thought we had it in season 3. Did we not?
I don't know. I thought so too.
I thought we had it in 3. Oh, and this one did not have a Megazord, so I guess we are still doing some of that. Anime 2018 says Power Rangers has the same initials as public relations. Yep. That is true. Oh yeah, that was a close one, Kimberly. They got so close this time.
Enchanted Bulk. I don't know if the Mighty Morphin does, but the Space Yellow Ranger does, and Turbo definitely does.
Skull, you got stuck with the worst of those two names, most certainly. Army Scout Skull.
Army Scout. Yeah, who is that even mimicking?
I don't know. They're just like, here's a generic, action pulp sounding hero. Army Scout Skull. We need those action figures. Army Scout Skull.
GI Skull.
Okay, so finally we're going to watch the Green Dream because DJ over here just could not wait for the Green Dream.
Oh, man. All week been looking forward to this.
No, you thought that's what we were watching for a minute.
The Green Dream.
Yeah, that's his dream. That's his Green Dream.
He dreams.
All right, folks. We're just going to move straight on. It's time for episode 7 of season 2, The Green Dream. If you're watching after the fact, get it rigged up and get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Have we had a straight-up Tommy-centered episode yet in season 2? I guess we haven't had a lot of episodes in general because the first 3 episodes were one really elongated episode. So we're only like 4 in.
Yeah, this is 4. And the 2 we watched with Jason yesterday were, I don't think they weren't very specific. Alpha, I guess, had because that was his episode.
It wasn't even an Alpha-centered episode, though. He was, like, stuck in he got taken out of that story in, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Goes to the park, and then he gets knocked out, and he's got, like, a force field on him.
I guess he's supposed to have learned not to be all mopey and sad, because he was, like, being all complaining, and then he paid for it.
And then that last episode was sort of a Trini episode.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, a Kimberly episode.
Kimberly episode.
Yeah. She learned how to show up to the right place on time, I guess. Guess that's all that was. You think I'm just going to keep milking this joke. You think when Miss Appleby reads an essay, she's like, whoa, ideas!
Man, does she freak out when she sees punctuation errors.
Oh, yeah, Vicuminator, I'm with you. I wish somehow we could watch the PSAs that aired at the end of some of these. Have you ever seen those?
I haven't.
Oh, yeah. I remember those when they were on, and some of those are great. He mentions one with Bulk's actor explaining that he's not actually Bulk in real life to a kid. I remember that one. Yeah. I'm sure somebody's got those on YouTube. We should go try to find those.
Love that he has pictures of martial artists just like cut out of magazines and taped to his locker.
It's 24/7. He's like, I'm so glad I'm a Power Ranger. I get to eat and breathe it all the time.
Yeah, really lucked out.
But then he gets all like insecure and unsure of himself because he wonders if the only reason Zordon picked him was because he already likes martial arts.
To a fault, even.
If I was Kimberly, I would worry every time I walked up to Tommy's locker that he was going to turn around with like green eyes.
I would really like it if Ernie and Mrs. Appleby got together.
That's a good idea, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Miss Appleby could have a husband. We don't know.
Well, I don't think she's Mrs. Appleby, though.
That's a good point.
Lucas Green wants to know where our favorite morpher is. We're going to exhaust all these favorites, and then we're going to get to the end and be like, we don't have anything to talk about anymore.
We should. This is the one opportunity we can have to rank our favorites because we'll see everything.
Yep. Right now, once again, Zio's up there. I just love the design and everything about that show, man.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Egyptian design, but I do think I do like the simplicity of them.
Well, some of it's a nostalgia thing with me, man.
Yeah.
I do like the Egyptian design, so there. And I
No.
want to see Zeo meet Stargate so bad. That needs to happen. That needs to be a thing.
I'm trying to think of morphers. I remember I always wanted the space morpher. I mean, I had the space morpher. I eventually got it when I was a kid. It was cool. You got
5.
335.
I didn't remember the exact numbers.
But
oh wait, what's this device he's made? We got to keep up with these devices. It's scrambling what? The scrambling does it make scrambled eggs? What does it do, Danny or DJ? What does it do?
I guess we'll find out.
Danny was supposed to be here tonight, but there was a tornado warning, so I hope he's not sucked up in a tornado. Yeah, Lucas Zeo is one of my favorite seasons. It was my favorite for the longest time, and now it and Dino Thunder kind of fight for that. I think Dino Thunder storyline certainly is my favorite. Yes, putties. You're a Power Ranger. Oh, is this gonna be the first time we get the song with Lord Zed's gonna get you?
Oh yeah.
We had to change the lyrics. He's got a yin yang on his pants.
I'm telling you, he just wears like
he's got that sidekick thing he does.
Martial arts pants all the time.
That yin yang is like on his pants.
Interesting. So that's where they get that for the movie. Oh no, the movie does the corkscrew kick. That's right.
I think it does that kick too, but I don't know if Tommy's the one that does it.
Okay.
I forget. But yeah, that impossible, like, not holding on to anything, just somehow you're centripetal forces. But well, that's their powers.
See, you're right, because he says ninjetti corkscrew kick.
Corkscrew kick.
Like it's some ancient technique.
Yeah. Well, corkscrews go way back.
But he does the side kicks in the very beginning. We'll talk about it. We'll get there.
We will. If we can find any way to stream that movie. Well, you might if they set put a spell on you. You might. Oh, now he's got red eyes. It's more serious now, DJ. Hey, Lord Zed. He didn't even bother to take him to the dark dimension or anything. They're just in a cave.
Yeah. Do we ever go back to that same thing, or is that?
I'm not sure if we do. We do other dimensions again, but I don't know if we do that room. There's
I wonder
a
if
song
that room
in there somewhere, Goldar.
Yeah, that room definitely was ours because Jason was there unmorphed. Never mind.
Yes.
Oh, look, he's got a pocket-sized version.
He's got the creature book.
He's got a pocket-sized version of Finster's creature book.
Yeah. What? But why? Like, why is he carrying it with him? And why haven't they decided what monster they're making yet? And that whole thing is weird. Why did they do that?
I remember this goat guy.
So Zed is just making this up as he goes along. You're not any more of a master planner than Rita was. You're just like, and then I'll do this. Now, he's never as bad as Rita was in one of those episodes toward the end of the back 20 when one of the minions, I don't remember which one, Goldar or someone has an idea for a monster, and she goes, yes, let's do that.
Well, she's open. She encourages free thinking amongst her minions.
Baron OKC says, Megaforce probably has the worst morpher. It's not great.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of the Neo Saban stuff.
Robo Goat.
I love his smirk, his evil smirk.
Yeah, Lucas, Zed versus Mesogog is tough. What helps to maybe put Mesogog over the top as much as I love Zed. I mean, Zed's got the best design of anything. But like Mesogog has like a plan and a motivation and like a thing he wants to accomplish, and it's consistent all the way through.
Oh.
Okay, so at the risk of saying the same thing I say all the time, can I ask you a question? How
Sure.
come Zordon, who seems to always know everything, can't tell what's going on right now? Like, somehow
Never heard of this before.
Somehow you know what Robo Goat's name is, but you don't realize that Tommy is evil. And also, you can see everything around you regardless of your eyes and peripheral vision. Like, you always know what's happening. And we saw his eyes glow red, but Zordon couldn't just because he's in a tube behind him. I don't know. I don't know why Zordon knows what he knows and why he doesn't know when he doesn't know something.
It's very selective omniscience.
It really is. You know, that's a question I'll ask him when I get to heaven. What are your limitations, Zordon? I don't understand them.
And he also just came up with this, let's summon the Sword of Power, which we've never heard of before. But apparently you summon it by doing a knife hand chop into a circle and just saying Sword of Power.
You know how you get a crystal? You do this. That's how you get a crystal.
Out of thin air.
Mm-hmm. That you don't need for anything. Wow, even if it's the last thing you do, this thing you just found out about, did we really need to zoom in on it 3 times?
Drama.
Yeah.
So wait, the goat took it.
That's in the intro. That's in the intro.
Shot, yeah. Wait, so is he back to normal now, or is he still evil?
He sounded like a good guy, and he's going up against the Robo-Goat, so I guess he broke out of it somehow.
Or did they just need him to get the sword and then they let him go?
I'm not really sure what happened there, but we might have talked over something important.
You know, I love when Power Rangers, they do it all the time, but I love when they shoot in quarries. Such a cool location.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a really cool fight in SPD with Doggy in a quarry that I really like.
And that's a thing they might actually have in their town.
Yeah, lots of them apparently.
Unlike ancient ruins.
It's just quarries and toxic waste plants.
Yeah, that's all they have.
Oh, no.
Wow, this is a real epic fight here.
I love that we just haven't mentioned anything about his power being like limited. He's just been the Green Ranger the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. And he's called the Dragon Sword a couple of times. I know I've asked you this before. The Dragon Sword does mix in with the Thunder Megazord at some point, right?
I don't know.
Can it do that? I don't remember.
I don't think we shot any Megazord footage, so I don't know if...
Oh, and maybe that doesn't happen, because again, we're not that far away. We're only like 10 episodes away from losing the Dragon Sword entirely.
Yeah, I don't think it ever does. It must just be like well, no, because in Mutiny they hadn't had
I guess that doesn't happen. I'm wondering what it would look like.
Some artists out there.
Brockman's right. He says he's really not all that robotic.
Yeah, what's robotic about him?
Like,
he just got like a big giant medallion on his neck.
Yeah, why is he the Robo-Goat? You know,
like a chest plate.
That's also in the intro. They could have done it. I think they could have done it just with sound effects. Like, just make him sound hydraulic when he walks around. He's the Robo-Goat.
Hey, it's a cool name though. I got to give him that.
That sounds like a sure.
I mean, what else are you gonna call him? Flesh Goat?
Not Robo-Goat.
Just normal goat.
I think DJ is losing. I think his standards are dropping a little bit watching Power Rangers. He's like, no, Robo-Goat, that's a cool name, right?
Hey,
I mean, cool. Just remember, this is coming from a guy who has watched no other television but Power Rangers since the series started. That's all he watches.
Cab is basically brainwashing me for a year of
even worse. He only watches TV that he and I are talking over.
I watch movies still. I haven't had time to TV.
Yeah. Power Ranger movies. That's all he watches.
Luckily, there's only 3 of those.
Yeah, thank goodness. Power Rangers does seem like a thing that should have like 15 movies at this point, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Because the Sentai does have movies.
Yeah, you'd think that we would have at least made some more like straight TV things. I could see Power Rangers being like Doctor Who and doing a Christmas special every year, you know, or if not at Christmas, just some like movie every year.
Yeah, I don't know why we never adapt the Sentai movies.
I don't know. I mean, it might be because I think some of those are some of those just standalone where they're not even connected to a show, because it would be kind of weird for us to do like an origin thing that was like for one movie, because we wouldn't handle that well.
Yeah. Well, I looked into the series that the Alien Rangers are based on, and there's 2 movies for that series.
Oh, interesting.
They are tied in with the rest of the series. But obviously we didn't adapt any of that pretty much, so.
You want to have a barbecue?
Have you ever...
Does he look more robotic when he's giant? No, not really.
Nah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Still just a goat with a chest plate.
Do you think when the actors were recording this, they were thinking like, God, why is it getting so complicated?
Yeah, they have to do 2 separate animal formations.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it's just voiceover on our part. That's still Sentai footage.
Is it, though? Because they're doing... I guess it has to be.
It has to be.
It looks like they're doing... Because they wouldn't be doing the other part. But it looks like it goes to the unicorn, it goes to the dragon. That's weird.
Yeah. But it does not look like it's our footage.
Yeah.
We color corrected it so that it looked like we shot it with not as Christmas footage. Yeah.
Stuff. Man, they totally lucked out that these Zords like matched up so well. Because like season 3, you know that because it's based on the Alien Ranger Sentai, that there's no pink Zord.
Yeah,
like it's the White Ranger Zord, but they have Tommy and Kimberly like share it. It's weird.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's weird. We'll talk about it again when we get there.
But they lucked out that these 2 lined up so well.
Yes.
Except for the Black Ranger Zord being green.
Yeah, but that's okay, because Zach's always wearing other random colors anyway. He's in his regular personal life. Zach's lucky because black is just a base color, you know? Like, all you got to do is wear like a black t-shirt and you can go nuts with everything else.
Yeah, as long as he's got some black on, he's fine.
Everybody else, like who do you think has it the hardest? Like, probably Kimberly. Like, even though, pink is a, color that a lot of girls wear a lot, you wouldn't wear it with everything.
Yeah, you wouldn't wear it exclusively.
Mm-mm. Nobody likes those people. Tommy's having a really rough day. It is nice that he's not having to deal with the fact that his powers, because he's been in Morph for so long, he should be having difficulty right now, right?
He's been sleeping and or passed out. And
in Morph, yeah. Maybe he uses less power when he wears that shield, though.
Man, you can see through the helmet. You see that? You can see the guy's nose and face.
I don't know if we're seeing, if that's what we're seeing, if we're seeing like the cameraman or something. It like there were things reflected off it.
When he was before he moved up, before he looked up, you could see it a little better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw stuff reflected through his helmet. It looked like there was a guy standing right there. It looked like it was like the top of his head. But not a camera, just a guy?
Yeah, he doesn't sound robotic.
Mm-mm. Wow, why is Zordon just ignoring him?
Did he forget how to play the flute? Like, why can't he call Dragon Zord?
I know, we've been talking a lot.
Huh?
This is a real character building episode for Tommy. Maybe you should have led with that move. I don't know. Like, they were playing that fight up like it was a real traumatic, difficult fight, and then they went, wait a minute, we only have 2 minutes left in this episode. Better pull out the big guns! Woof! We're done. No, quick, Zordon, let me back in the fight. Oh, never mind. Guess they're okay. Don't know why he couldn't get in the fight. Man, we lost the Sword of Darkness. We lost the Sword of Power. We can't keep mystical swords in our possession.
A lot of swords.
Good at that. I mean, it's worse with Rita because Jeremy's like, I'm gonna throw you in the trash with Rita. It's worse with Rita because she just had the Sword of Darkness laying around and then lost it and like got it destroyed. It's very poetic, Zed.
I just love how he has to just growl at the end.
All the time. He's still got in his head that like his losing all the time is unusual and like an extenuating circumstance. Kimberly always looks good in hats.
Okay, so his powers are almost gone. They just...
Yeah. I guess that is what that was about. Okay. Yeah. Rockman says, still being written, fourth wall break? Yeah, I mean, not from his perspective, but it is literally still being written. Not that it's going anywhere, but oh, that's really sad ending, though. Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting that it was just Kimberly and Jason standing there with him.
Yeah. So there you go. There's DJ's self-proclaimed favorite episode of the season just based on the title, apparently. And
I'm sorry I hyped it so much. It wasn't... it didn't live up.
It's not bad or anything.
Yeah, no. Just nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I didn't see any putties in classrooms.
It's really not anything out of the ordinary. No, it's kind of just reminding us what the status quo with Tommy has been, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically just remember the back 20 where like we bring him back and he can't use his powers all that often, and that's why we haven't seen him much. Yeah, let's do an episode where he's like laying around in a quarry all like, oh no, my powers.
Well, I'm still here. I wonder if we're not going to see the dragon.
That episode, oh no, my powers.
Yes. That would be a more accurate description than the Green Dream. What was the dream?
I think the dream was Zed controlling the Green Ranger.
Oh, so it's like Zed's dream?
Zed's I want Lord Zed's I have a dream speech. I really do. I have a dream.
Oh man.
And yeah, and see, like Zed is scarier than Rita and better at what he does, so that's why it's red eyes instead of green eyes, and also because Zed is red.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
well, is red. I concur.
Yeah, I try to say like really innocuous things that you know won't like rock the boat at all, DJ. I just try to say things that you'll only agree with. Yeah,
I can't disagree when you
not
only give me facts.
You know, there's nothing controversial about Zed is red unless you can't. You know, there's something wrong with your Rods and Cohens. That's the only way.
Red, green, colorblind. Zed might be green.
Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, folks. We sure appreciate it. This concludes today's episode of Morphin Mania. If you are watching live, we're going to shoot one more. So stick around, and here in about 5 or 6 minutes, we're going to come back for the Power Stealer, and then we're going to watch the Beetle Invasion. So look forward to that. And in the meantime, thanks everybody for clicking on today's episode. I am Captain Logan.
I'm DJ.
And we'll see you again next time.